And Saudi Arabia unveils a costly plan to rebuild its economy while the U.S. continues to spend billions of dollars to protect the oil-rich kingdom. Well, this comes amid elevated concerns of Riyadh's alleged involvement in Islamic terror and abuses of human rights. When America's Kristian Rouz looks into the matter.
It's not just about money. It is also about power projection capability, safety, security, and the geopolitical angles, not just an economic angle.
Saudi Arabia plans record-breaking spending as part of its 2020 budget to offset the volatility in global oil prices and the kingdom's fraying international relations. During a cabinet meeting in Riyadh Monday, Saudi officials proposed to increase the budget deficit to 6.7% of GDP, up from this year's 4.7%. Total fiscal spending is set to reach $272 billion, with most of the money going toward infrastructure improvements and the development of non-oil sectors of the Saudi economy.
The government will continue to develop basic facilities and services and will improve the quality of life. It will also support the housing plan in line with an earlier statement by the custodian of the two holy mosques.
Such an ambitious announcement immediately sparked concerns. Some experts say Riyadh may not be able to afford the elevated levels of spending, while oil prices remain at or below the kingdom's fiscal break-even levels. But more importantly, while Saudi Arabia adds tens of billions of dollars to its fiscal spending, it remains reliant on the U.S. for defense.
I think, Saudi Arabia is a long-standing partner of ours in the region. We share mutual security interests, primarily with regard to Iran.
And while America is protecting the Saudi monarchy, Riyadh is comfortably hiking spending on things like the tallest skyscraper in the world or building high-tech cities in the middle of the desert. In recent months, Riyadh also proposed a new economic program called Vision 2030, aimed at diversifying the kingdom's oil economy. But some economists are not impressed.
The world's tallest skyscraper has historically captured as an early warning sign of forthcoming economic and financial chaos.
Over the past 4 decades, the U.S. defended Saudi Arabia as its primary source of oil. But now that America is growing increasingly energy independent, it's unclear if such a relationship still makes sense.
Defense budget in Saudi Arabia has exceeded for years the Russian defense budget, making it the third largest defense budget in the world. That's a really interesting fact.
In addition, Saudi Arabia has faced accusations of exporting radical Salafi Islam across the Middle East to gain an upper hand in its rivalry with Iran. Riyadh has also faced terror-related accusations, from its alleged support of Syrian rebels to the speculation 9/11 could have something to do with the Saudis. Concerns over U.S.-Saudi ties particularly flared up after a recent deadly shooting at a military installation in Pensacola, Florida.
We are, as we do in most active shooter investigations, work with the presumption that this was an act of terrorism.
The government of Saudi Arabia needs to make things better for these victims, and I think that they're going to owe a debt here.
So far, the Trump administration has placed friendly ties with Riyadh above the concerns of terror and human rights abuses. But as America produces and exports more and more of its own oil, and Iran's Ayatollah regime faces its imminent collapse, the U.S. may pose very tough questions to the Saudi monarchy. Kristian Rouz, One America News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.